Anything in particular get Paul George going? Scored the last 21 points of the game.
I don't know. I don't know if there was anything. I mean, maybe you can talk to him about it. You know, I mentioned late in the third, or I don't know, at some point in the second half. You know that. You know, I feel like he's thinking pass every time he gets to the paint. You know, and it's not a bad thing. You want your guys to be willing passers, but I think that's part of what his turnover problem is. He's predetermining what he's doing, and you know, so I just want him to attack the basket, but you know, then he got going from the perimeter, you know, and we just kept calling his number, and he kept delivering. So, you know, credit him for you know, just a great fourth quarter performance, and you know, just a great performance overall.
Any thoughts on what happened at the end of the game?
You know, I haven't looked at it, but it seemed like a bunch of harmless pushing and shoving, and you know, we just want to get our guys out at that point.
Paul has turned it over 7 times in 3 of the last 9 games. Is it as simple, you think, as trying to pass too much and predetermine what he's doing there late?
Well, he's getting trapped a lot, and you know, so you know, they come in all different forms. He had a couple offensive fouls. You know, a couple times he's trapped on the perimeter, and then he's thinking pass in the paint, you know, and predetermining a little bit.
Chase didn't play for the first time in all year. Anything to that, or just lineups and such?
You know, Chase hadn't done anything wrong. You know, I like what Chase does. You know, I really like what Chase does. You know, he brings length on the defensive end. He pushes in the open court. He runs the floor really well. He knocks down open shots. Solomon Hill's been giving us something in the last couple of games when he's been called upon. So, you know, I just wanted to get Solomon in there somehow. You know, and you know, Chase was the guy that we had to pull out, but you know, it wasn't anything Chase had done.
Before Paul George went off, it seemed like it was kind of a monkey, just get her done type of game. Do you know what kind of led to the choppiness of back and forth?
Choppiness in terms of?
Oh, yeah, there wasn't much offensive flow.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we had a defensive shoot around this morning. Got a little edgy and shoot around, and this was deemed by me a defensive pride game, you know, and all of our emphasis was, you know, bring a little bit of an edge to that end of the floor, because we gave up 58% last game and 120 points, and they're not any good enough. And the last time we played this team, it was the same way. So, you know, our whole emphasis today was on bringing it on the defensive end.
Frank, during that 21-point onslaught in the fourth quarter that PG gave, he played with a whole lot of emotion. Would you like to see him play with more emotion like that all game? If it's channeled the right way, yes. You know, if it's emotion towards the officials, then no. You know, he's been struggling, you know, and you know, we're all pulling for him. We're all trying to put him in the right situation, trying to coach him the right way, and you know, he's battling through it. You know, but you know, he's going to be okay. You know, and you know, we're all going to be standing behind him and helping him find his way through his struggles. But 2 back-to-back 30-point games, you know, hopefully he's on his way, you know, towards that. And you know, if the emotions channeled the right way, it's good.
I was going to ask you about the defense. They shot 35%, 3 of 23 pointers. Do you take credit for most of that? It seemed like you contested a lot of shots and had a hand up at least.
Yeah, you know, they missed some open shots, you know, on the three-point line that, you know, I've seen them make before. So, you know, I want to take all the credit for it. You know, but and they're not a, you know, they're not a high field goal percentage team. You know, so I mean, you know, a lot of these stats that you look at are predicated on what the opponent typically does, but you know, they're not a 35% team either. You know, so I thought we improved on the defensive end. We still got, you know, still a lot of coverages that I thought we blew that could have been better, but hopefully we're on our way back.
What did you do in the shoot around to emphasize defense? How did you go about it to create this mindset?
We treated it like at practice. We were off yesterday, and we started early, and we treated it. We did a lot of defensive drill work that we usually do in practice, not in shoot around.